Hey guys, welcome back to Rachel Reads. My name is Rachel. I love to read and write Christian fiction, and today I'm doing the last half of my August reads. So in my last recent reads I did like 3 months, which went halfway into August. So this is just the last half of August and the books I read. I read 5 books and 2 novellas, and I will get into that in a little bit, but for now just get a little snack or something to drink and enjoy the video. So the first book I read after my last recent reads is Blind Trust by Sandra Orchard. I gave this book 4 stars. The first 2 books in the series was slow. This one kind of followed it, being book 2 in the series. It was a little bit slow. Nothing wrong with it. It had great faith content, and I liked enjoying the characters. They really grew on me. And overall, it was really a good, fun time. The suspense really built up in that book, which I thought was awesome. So I definitely recommend the series. It was a great series. And book 3 is the next book, and that is Desperate Measures, which I gave 5 stars. Had a lot of drama and action. They were always on the run. There's a lot of like twists, great faith, a little bit of romance, which I always love seeing, and this book did it really well. I do recommend reading this series back to back because a lot of it you have to remember, and I find that super interesting. So I honestly think this is a great series. I gave the last book 5 stars, and I just really loved all the books. 1 and 2 I definitely gave just 4 stars. They're a little bit slow, but book 5 was definitely my favorite. I loved like the high action and like the fast-paced books. And then the next 2 books I read are Another Day, Another Dali and Over My Dead Body by Sandra Orchard. I gave both of them 5 stars. Book 2, which is Another Day, Another Dali, 5-star light faith read. It's really good suspense, and there's like this extra family called the Malgucci family. If y'all know who I'm talking about, I absolutely love them. They are so good. Yeah, I just love following all our characters, and I really like how it's focused on the suspense of the story and the action. I find that super interesting, and just it's very intriguing, and it's a great book to read. And then book 3 I gave 5 stars, but the ending, it's a love triangle, and I'll leave it at that. If you get what I'm saying, I'm like so sad. I know a few people on BookTube, I'll put their channels down below, agree with me on who she should have gotten with, but it was very sad, and I can't spoil it for y'all, but I'm very sad. Like, I'm very sad. It was greatly written, great suspense, and my Gucci's were back, but very sad. So the next I read On the Run by Lynette Eason. This is a short story in a targeted collection. I'm still reading the 3rd one, but I'm just gonna go through the first 2 since they're fresh on my mind. I gave this novella 5 stars. I personally love Lynette Eason's suspense. Her most recent suspense is probably like the best ever. Like, she's really good at what she writes. It's action-packed. They're always on the move. They're always running. They're always doing something, and I love seeing that in books, that they're just like going. You know, they don't quit, they don't stop, and I just find that absolutely amazing. There's a little bit of faith content and a great romance, and I don't know, I'm just kind of like loving Lynette Eason's books right now. And then the next book I read is A Lady in Attendance by Rachel Fordham. I gave this book, I think, 4 stars, 4.5 stars. This is my 2nd book by her, and I like this one personally better than the other one, Where the Road Bends. That one was good, but I think this one's definitely my favorite between the 2. There's a lot more like mystery, I feel like, behind this one, and some action. And essentially our main lady, Hazel, is a lady in attendance to the dentist Gilbert, and in modern day terms we call it like a dental assistant. But she, during this time, it was like very unheard of. It was just starting up, and I found that actually really interesting. And the book is a lot more than that, but it's really good. There are a lot of like secrets in here, a lot of mystery. I really love her main character though. She's just like, she's so faithful, and she tries so hard, and she's gone through a lot, but she's just a great character. I highly recommend Rachel Fordham. I'm starting to really like her books, and I think this one's definitely my favorite. But yeah, I like this book. It's really good. And then the last book I read for this video is Deadly Objective by Lynn H. Blackburn. This was the 2nd novella in the targeted one. I gave this 4.5 stars, with a little bit of light faith content. Overall, really well done. The romance was pretty good. I mean, I've obviously read better, but not bad. Really enjoyed it. Emily, the main character, is so relatable, and I love seeing these type of characters. So she is a therapist, and like a physical therapist, so like she works with people who are recovering from some things, and it's a very interesting story. I do recommend the first 2 novellas at least. But she is very funny because she's like a girly girl. She likes getting her nails done, going to the mall, like air conditioning, and then she's like thrown in these crazy situations, but she's not petty about it, which I absolutely love, because a lot of times in Christian romantic suspense we see the female agents or whoever are like really tough, they'll weather anything, they'd rather be outdoors and different things like that, whereas this main character is like very much like indoors. You know, she's okay staying inside most of the time, but she's willing, and I found that really interesting, and that's just great seeing that in characters. So I really enjoyed it. Overall, good short story. So that is all the books I read, but I want to talk a little bit about what I'm reading next, and that is High as the Heavens by Kate Breslin. I have heard of this author a little bit, but not too much. I don't know if I've heard of it on BookTube yet, but I've seen it at the library so many times. So I just decided to go ahead, pick it up, and try it out. I haven't started it yet, but I'm planning to either today or tomorrow to start it. And this is about a girl named Eve who is a spy, and then a plane crashes. I read a little bit ahead, just like the first chapter, but I haven't like started the book, so I'm very interested to see where the plot goes and just see how everything plays out. And yeah, I really would love to get more into Kate Breslin, depending on how this book goes, because she has a book that is a World War II Esther retelling, and that sounds super interesting to me, so I would love to get to it. It just depends on how this book goes. So yeah, so that's all for today's video. Make sure you comment down below what you're reading right now. I'd love to chat with you in the comments. I have a few videos planned. I'm kind of like in a lull of video ideas, but that's totally okay. I can always vlog or do a tag or something. So yeah, that's about all for today's video. I'll see you next time, and I hope God blesses you today. Bye.